Patch 14.11 Preview. 11 champions will be buffed, 7 champions will be nerfed, 3 champions will be adjusted, multiple items will be changed. Welcome to the 11th major patch of 2024, Patch 14.11. This patch is expected to be quite substantial with many interesting changes. Let's take a quick look at how champions and items will be updated. Any details not covered in the video will be added later in the pinned comment and community section. Stay tuned. First, let's look at the champions getting buffs. 1. Draven. The penalty on his passive for dying will be reduced. 2. Gangplank base health will be increased. His scaling armor will also be increased. 3. Gnar scaling attack damage will be increased. The AD ratio on his Q skill will be increased. 4. Kha'Zix. The damage on his Q skill will be increased. 5. Lulu. The stun duration on her R skill will be increased. The cooldown of her R skill will be reduced. 6. Master Yi health growth will be increased. Scaling attack damage will be increased. Scaling armor will be increased. Scaling attack speed will be increased. 7. Nami base attack damage will be increased. The mana cost of her W skill will be reduced. The slow amount on her R skill will be increased. 8. Nasu's scaling attack damage will be increased. The mana cost of his E skill will be reduced. 9. Pantheon. An AP ratio will be added to his Q skill when throwing the spear. The damage ratio on his W skill will be changed to scale with max health. His empowered E skill will grant additional resistances for 4 seconds. 10. Singed. The AP ratio on his Q skill will be increased. The cooldown of his R skill will be reduced. 11. Smolder base attack damage will be increased. The mana cost of his Q skill will be adjusted. The critical strike chance on his Q skill's additional physical and magic damage will be increased. Stay tuned for more updates. Next, let's look at the champions getting nerfed. 1. Hui health scaling on QQ will be reduced. AP ratio on QE will be reduced. 2. Irelia health growth will be reduced. 3. Jinx scaling attack damage will be reduced. 4. Karthus Q skill damage will be reduced. 5. Mordekaiser. Changes to Mordekaiser's passive. Damage and values against jungle monsters. Adjustments to his Q skill damage. Updates to the base damage of his E skill. 6. Talia Q skill damage will be reduced. 7. Camille movement speed on Q skill and damage on R skill will be reduced. Next, let's look at the champions being adjusted. 1. Ornn will receive updates related to item crafting. 2. Caitlyn attack speed scaling will be increased. The additional attack damage ratio on W headshots will be reduced. The additional attack damage ratio on R will be reduced. 3. K'Sante Q skill mana cost will be reduced. W maximum charge time will be reduced. W damage reduction will be decreased. RW damage reduction will be decreased. R lifesteal will be increased. Stay tuned for more updates. Lastly, let's look at the changes to items. Before wrapping up, please note that the numbers mentioned in this patch preview are subject to change. Thank you for watching today's video. If you found it helpful, please subscribe and give it a thumbs up.